Hey guys, I'm Dimension Jumper and today I'll be doing my top 5 galaxies that could appear in the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Now, as of when this video is being recorded as well as being uploaded, we're about a week away from the Mario Galaxy movie being released, and from what we've seen from the teasers and the main trailers that we've seen that being for the movie, we have seen some galaxies or some planets being shown off in the trailers and stuff like that. And this video is just going to be me talking about some potential galaxies that could be in the movie. So ones we've seen from the games, as well as the one that's could be brought into the movie itself, or a completely new one, because I think when it comes to the Galaxy games, those two games are a huge, or have huge amounts of ideas when it comes to all the different galaxies. And I think when it comes to the movie, we could potentially be seeing some new ones, as well as seeing some ones that return from the games and being brought into the movie. So yeah. So for number 5 is Bowser's Galaxy Generator as well as Reactor. Now these two galaxies are the final levels for both Galaxy 1 and 2, with Bowser's Galaxy Reactor for Galaxy 1 and Bowser's Galaxy Generator for Galaxy 2. And I think this will probably be at the end of the movie where Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, and the rest of the team are fighting against Bowser Jr. and maybe Bowser as well. Maybe halfway through the movie, Bowser escapes from Mario and Luigi, and he teams up with Bowser Jr. to help him conquer the universe, and they could be doing it at Bowser's Galaxy Generator, which Bowser Jr. probably will have built himself if they are doing that whole thing in the movie. And yeah, I think this will be sort of like interesting to see how it's done, because those two levels in Galaxy 1 and 2 are the final hurdle that Mario does to fight Bowser and save Princess Peach and save the galaxy from being ruled by Bowser. And yeah, I think this will be a fun sort of galaxy or galaxies to see, because this will be the final place where the final fight will happen. And like in Galaxy 1, that the reactor as well as the generator could sort of implode on itself and not create a new universe, but have the Lumas create a new universe similar to the end of Galaxy 1. And if they do that, we could potentially be seeing a Smash Bros. Movie, because there'll be like other characters from the other games or Nintendo games just being in this one universe now. I'm not saying that's just a thing that's going to happen. It's just my personal fan theory of, if they do the ending of Galaxy 1, we could be seeing some sort of Smash Bros. Movie. That's just my fun little fan theory of what might happen if they do go down that route. For number 4 is Throwback Galaxy. Now, with Throwback Galaxy, this will be an interesting one to bring into the movie, because in Galaxy 2, it was just one planet, that being Thorn's Fortress. But in the movie, they could have a bunch of different planets based on some of the different Mario games. So you could have one that's based on Mario 64, one that's based on Mario Sunshine, one that's based on both 3D Land and 3D World, and you could have all these different references to the other not Galaxy games, to the other movies, kind of similar how the first game worked, where it got like a whole bunch of different references to the different games and stuff like that. But for Throwback Galaxy, they could potentially bring in a whole bunch of different planets, and they're all referencing different games. So that'd be something quite cool to see. For number 3 is Honey Hive Galaxy. Now, if I remember correctly, during the last big direct we saw for the Mario Galaxy movie, I think it has been confirmed that the Honey Hive Queen is going to be in the movie. I'll definitely leave a screenshot of the Honey Hive Queen as well as who's going to be voicing her, and on screen right now. And I think because the Honey Hive Queen is going to be in the movie, I think that's 100% confirmation that Honey Hive Galaxy is going to be in the movie, and that'd be something quite cool to see. And also, they could also bring in the bee power up or the bee mushroom power up, and it'd be really really cool to see just the characters just flying around as bees. That'd be something quite cool, and to see just them flying about. And they could do something similar in the movie, like in the games, because in Galaxy 1 and 2, that in the levels that does have the bee mushroom, you have a fly meter, and if you use it all up, you have to wait until it recharges. And they could do something similar in the movie, like, oh, you only have 30 seconds or so, or 5 seconds to use the bee mushroom, but they might not go down that route. They might say, oh, they can just fly indefinitely, and yeah, that's how they use the bee mushroom in that movie. But as a whole, it'll be really, really cool to see the Honey Hive Galaxy in the movie. For number 2 is Gusty Garden Galaxy. Now, this is probably, out of all the galaxies in both Galaxy games, I think Gusty Garden Galaxy is up there because, one, it's an iconic design when you go through all the different planets and platforms and stuff like that. But also, two, it has the most well-known soundtrack in the whole game, and I would say potentially in the entire Mario series, because I also think it's on par with the Mario theme. That's how popular it is, because if you've played any of the later Mario games or you've seen the first Mario movie, you might have heard of an edition of the Gusty Garden Galaxy theme at some point. And yeah, I think both the theme and the galaxy as a whole does really help Gusty Garden Galaxy being a total iconic galaxy to play through. And yeah, it'd be really cool to see how, if it is brought into the movie, how it's done, how it's created, as well as bringing in the theme as well. So yeah, it'd be really cool to see Gusty Garden Galaxy. And for number 1 is a Paper Mario themed galaxy. Now with this one, this will be a totally new galaxy that will be, I would say, being brought into or being designed into the Mario Galaxy movie, because with the Galaxy games, it's really cool to see all of the different ideas for the different galaxies. So you've got one that's based entirely on sweets, you've got one that's a honey hive galaxy, well, a honey hive galaxy, you've got the whole galaxy full of honey hives and stuff like that. You've got some water ones, some desert ones, but there's also ones that combine different elements. So you've got one that's ice, one that's fire, or one ice and fire themed one. But with the movie, the people who are making the movie could also have some of their own ideas. And for me, I think one that could be really cool is a galaxy based on the Paper Mario galaxy. Not galaxy, but the Paper Mario games. It might be a bit expensive, but I think it could potentially work with a Paper Mario themed galaxy, where you could just see the characters land on the planet, and you just see them becoming just the paper versions. I think that'd be quite cool, and it could be like, it could last 5 minutes, and they just go off to the next planet. But I think it'd be really cool to see a new galaxy being brought into the movie, because with the Galaxy games and the Galaxy movie, you have so many cool ideas of how you can experience each of the galaxies, and how you might experience that through through playing the games or watching the movie. And I think a potential new one being brought in could be cool. I think we're going to be seeing some new galaxies in the movie, but seeing one based on the Paper Mario series could be cool. You could also say this could be part of the Throwback Galaxy section, in the sense that you've got all these different planets based on different Mario games. But I think seeing the Paper Mario themed galaxy being its own thing could be really cool, and I think it'll be really interesting to see how they do pull off the whole paper theme of that part of the Mario series. potentially, if they do it, I'm not holding my breath. They could do it. They could just throw it in as a cheeky reference. They might not, but I think that'll be something quite cool to see. Just having the developers of the movie just creating their new ideas for the galaxies, or getting inspiration from the games and stuff like that. So yeah. So that's been my top 5 galaxies I would like to see in the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.